I got a date wrong for a recording, which
For
is
the
like
Conan podcast?
for the Conan podcast because
work
which is
with.
Conan O'Brien and your boss.
Conan.
so it
who
was
is-
actually
Conan O'Brien.
and we can reach them at.
this actually
What's their
wasn't for
email?
Conan's podcast. It was for Andy Richter's podcast. But I was really
That's
excited about this
important.
one too because it was the. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to say that. I think it's too risky to say the guest, but
Can you whisper to us and then we'll say it?
I want to know the guest.
I'll tell you guys after. It's more just like I don't want, just in case, I don't want people to know like exactly what episode this is.
No one listens to this podcast.
And I don't know if you know this, but Andy Richter listens to a lot of our stuff. And so,
Oh no!
Specifically
He's gonna
Andy
listen to this
Richter.
and care so much about it. No!
We have a dog on this episode of Yenta. We have a very special guest.
you're not the guest today. Right?
No, the
This
guest
dog.
is the dog.
I am the guest's assistant.
This is going to be such an awesome episode of Yenta. I already
Yeah, whenever
feel
I
it.
zone out, and I can just go to the dog.
Yeah. this is
Whenever you don't want to
Roxy.
pay attention to
Yeah.
the rules,
I always pay attention,
you do.
but not now.
Okay, this is Yenta. Yenta is actually an old Yiddish word for gossip. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Now you do. Now you understand.
Wow.
Why it's called Yenta.
You haven't
So
even-
this is a secret podcast where I get everybody's gossip.
Do you also want to say your name?
No, my name doesn't matter. It's a secret. This is totally anonymous. I'm Raye Schiller. I'm the Yenta, and we have my co-host, my queer co-host, Jack Brenner.
I'm Jack Brenner. I show up sometimes.
Jack Brenner shows up sometimes.
Whenever Ray's in town, I show up.
Whenever Raye.
I don't travel with them. I'm not going to go to fucking New York.
Yeah, that's fine because I don't need you.
Good.
And today we have an amazing guest,
Oh, I love him.
Roxy. Everybody,
Roxy, say hi.
Roof, roof. I know we have an amazing guest. We have Maddie Ogden.
Maddie Ogden.
Hi,
Maddie's
everybody.
a comedian, a producer, a writer, an all-around wonderful person, a Maud Apatow lookalike.
Oh yes, I do impersonations
I've
at
known Maddie
Vegas.
for years
A great
now.
Kermit the Frog impersonator.
Great.
Ray's always trying to get the Kermit out.
Can
of
we
me.
hear it?
Oh my
sh-
god,
no.
you guys, you have to pay for that. Maybe it'll come out later.
You have to pay for the Kermit. A little subscription fee.
Yes, we were just talking about comedy tiers, Jack. Yes,
That's right.
I'm
you
now
should,
in
you should start an OnlyFans, but it's only your Kermit impression.
What if it was just a straight up OnlyFans that I like did cosplay as Kermit?
You should like market it as like, this is Maddie's OnlyFans. They're gonna get sexy. Whenever they buy, it's just you going, welcome to OnlyFans.
I go, show me your dick.
But you know that is someone's kink.
Exactly.
probably.
And they will jack off to that.
The Muppets are horny.
Dude, they're so horny.
but
They're
so
so
horny.
gay. All the Muppets are gay. You cannot tell me otherwise. I do wonder if there's a niche in the market for doing like sexy Muppet cosplay.
Yes.
You know?
You don't think
1000%.
there's
I'm sure
some
that already
twink out there
exists.
that's wanting to get railed by a Miss Piggy lookalike?
This twink.
Oh!
But I just
Call yourself a twink.
actually
No,
maybe I
you're
shouldn't
like
have
the
done that.
opposite of
I
it.
don't know if that's what that is.
I take everything back. I rescind. I'll send out a tweet tomorrow.
I want an apology.
Maddie, introduce yourself to the listeners.
Oh, all right. My name is Maddie Ogden. You can follow me on my OnlyFans. It is
Yes.
at Kermit Kinks
Ooh.
_69.
Good improv.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Raye, I think you did a pretty good job. I do some tee-hees, ha-has.
Can we say where you work for?
I do work for Conan's podcast.
What? Conan's podcast worker is on our podcast.
Is our podcast better, you think?
How does it compare? Do like a rating, like 1, 2, 3. Like, what are the pros and cons?
Yeah, like what does it
versus-
look like with money?
With money? Yeah. So, like, how much would I pay for, like...
Yeah, like how much would you pay? Like, yeah, how much money do you think we put in this?
Well, listen, it's like it's apples and oranges. For Conan's podcast, I would pay 45,000 euros. And for this podcast, I would pay 600,000 pesos. You know, it's all different. It's all
international
good.
currency. Does anybody know what that is?
Do
in
me
dollars?
a favor, don't do the conversion rate on the pesos. No, but this is a phenomenal podcast. I'm very happy to be here.
And Maddie and Jack went to Chapman together.
Yes.
We
Everyone
did.
always asks if I went to Chapman because I've somehow,
It's the worst.
unfortunately, got myself involved with all the Chapman kids, but I have not.
Because we all started doing stand-up.
But I don't. I'm not in Chapman.
Well, I feel like honestly at this point, Chapman, the alumni, it's almost kind of a cult in the sense where I wouldn't be surprised if all of these people that I was convinced I went to school with, I actually didn't, and we just converted them, and we all like gaslit them and
There's, like, people who are
ourselves
like,
into.
yeah, I went to Glass Hall.
Yeah.
Well, also me and Maddie also run. Is it okay for that I touched you like that?
I loved it.
Okay, good.
I
Me
touched
and
you back to
Maddie
show consent.
also run an open mic.
Yes.
On Thursdays
The
at
best
the
open
Belmont,
mic.
the best open mic in Los Angeles.
Come on now.
It really
And I'm
is.
really excited about it. Like I really feel like
too.
it's one of those things that started very organically, but is continuing to grow organically and is just getting a really good word of mouth in the up and coming LA comedy open mic scene.
Yeah.
On the west side.
Yeah.
Because the East Siders don't really know about us. I
No,
don't
'cause it's
think.
really West Side.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
is West
super.
Side.
But it's like Midtown. It's like the main area.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's like
Is
West
it?
Hollywood. You're in deep in West Hollywood.
Yeah, we're pretty West Hollywood.
But isn't it like Midtown LA?
No. Midtown's in mid.
Well, but like I'm thinking like Manhattan language. You don't know because you've never been to New York.
This also isn't New York.
It's
so
basi-
you
it's
can't.
a
Jack literally just did a whole bit about how much they hate
Don't
people.
spoil
I'm
it.
sorry.
I'm saving that for the half hour.
Never mind.
So this is just really
my
a three-
secret. Actually, that I'm going to be sharing is just all of
You're
Jack's
doing my
jokes.
material. No. Yeah, I bet you could probably do the Ben Franklin joke from memory at this point.
I think everybody can do that joke from
I do it so much.
I'm sure you can do my Voldemort joke from memory, and I also hate that I do it so
Which
much.
one? I
My
can do-
Voldemort toes
No,
one.
I could do the Barbie Ken.
Wait, and I've stopped doing that one recently.
Yeah, but you brought it back at the Noah show.
I did,
And
I
was
did.
like, I remember.
threw it in.
I remember I was backstage. And I was like, oh, someone was like, there's a silence on stage. And I was like, I'll bet Maddie's doing the joke. I'll bet Maddie's doing the Barbie joke. And then sure enough, 2 seconds later,
Wow.
you're like, that is.
I don't know the Barbie joke.
Oh my god.
Do you want to do it?
No, don't do it.
gotta pay-
I want to
you
be
gotta pay for it.
surprised.
You gotta pay for it.
Everybody come to Maddie's shows in Los Angeles
Yes,
because you can see her
please.
do these jokes.
I love attention. Can never get enough. Thank you for the plug.
You're
my
in the
friends.
right. You're in the right profession.
Yeah, I chose the right gig to get into.
And I'll just say, I think Maddie's just a really nice human being,
Aw,
and is like
Raye.
funny and cool
Come on now.
and kind, and like that's rare to find.
Oh, come on
Like
now,
Jack is not
Raye.
any of those things.
Yeah,
Nope.
that is true.
Bad person.
Another quality of mine is that I'm honest, and Jack is truly the worst. No, but right, I have a secret for both of you, and that is that I was a little intimidated by both of you, just as comedians in general. I thought you were both so talented, and then
Maddie,
when
I've
both
known
of
you for
you,
years.
Now you know us.
I know, but you
Now
got
you're
into
like,
comedy
why?
before
Sketch team
me.
together. What do you
We
mean? We
were
were
on
a
a
sketch team
I
together.
know, but you started stand up before me, and here I was, just a
Oh,
small
yeah,
town
three.
girl, intimidated. only one joke in her notebook, and the rest of it was just a bunch of question marks. No, but I was, and then when both of you started reaching out to me to do stuff, it's like I think that was like
was
those
pity.
moments were okay. Well, we're all about
Not
honesty
for
on this
me. For
podcast.
me,
The
it was
truth
just-
comes
your
out.
friends so that you never have to ask him again. You know.
The truth.
So I already
comes
did that one
out.
time.
The truth comes out. No, but I think those were some of the first moments of validation that I felt as a young comedian, was that both of you talented gems wanted to work with me, and so there you have it. That's my first secret.
Wow.
That's a good secret.
Thank you.
That's just you being nice.
Yeah.
Nice, a nice person.
Well,
Okay.
I actually remember that very clearly with the first time we met at Badger and
I
Jam.
do remember that. I do
now
remember
that you're
that.
bringing that up, yeah, we met at Badger and Jam this okay, open mic. We're not gonna.
No.
We're not gonna shit on
I
it.
liked their Bad
No,
Year
theirs
Jam.
was amazing. Yeah, that's how we met.
Yes.
Because Maddie and Izzy, shout out Izzy, who we also co-host
We
Woozy
love
Boozy
We've been
with.
name
Izzy.
dropping too many people these past 2 episodes.
Yeah, and it's
We're
all
being
people who like
bold.
no one knows who they are but us. Just
That's
kidding. Izzy's
not
basically
true.
famous.
But yeah, we met
We're
at
all in the
Badger and Jam. I recognized, we both recognized each other
Yes.
from Instagram.
We
Is that
did.
fair to say? Okay, we both recognized each other. And
I was a
then
little starstruck by Raye. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
because I
'cause
saw
of-
you come up, and I saw your thousands of
You got a
followers.
lot of
and
followers.
You have so many followers. And I only have one viral joke, and it's not even my best joke.
It's your Pete Davidson one, right?
It is my Pete Davidson one.
Yeah.
it always happens like that.
I think I basically just wrote on Pete Davidson's coattails and like used that name to go viral.
It's like now
not
you can
even.
never do that joke again.
I can never do it again.
Of course you can. What? You
Everyone's seen it now.
Everyone's
the whole
seen
world
it.
knows
You
it.
think I don't do my viral jokes again?
Yeah, and they never get laughs because we all know the punchline.
That's true. They don't get laughs. But you still have to do them.
Yeah.
But
Well, I feel like people always want to see the best of, you know? Like
Yeah.
when someone goes to like,
talking about?
hang on, come on now.
well, we were just talking about this with Rachel Scanlon, name drop.
No, we weren't. We talked
We were
about
talking
it a
about
week
it
ago.
last week.
Last week.
Yeah, Jack also is wearing
did
the same
laundry.
outfit because they only wear
What,
the
you've
same.
never done laundry in
they
your life?
only wear the same
What are you,
outfit.
fucking outfit Nazi? Or you're taking, well, come on.
Oh my god!
Another secret, I wore this outfit yesterday and I have my knees up so you can't see it, but there's ramen on my pants from my dinner last night.
from her
Not
walk of
exposing your knees
shame.
either.
My
Very
walk of
selective
shame.
about what you show.
Yes, I am.
Maddie's walk of
Secret
shame has
Hollywood.
led her to this podcast.
Yes,
which
my
is
walk of shame.
a walk of torture.
Yes, you
A
heard it here
nightmare walk.
first, folks. I had sex with my boyfriend of 3 years last night. So scandalous.
Oh my God.
Is there like
God.
ramen involved?
I know. I was thinking like a cum stain. Like I thought that would be more fun.
No, this is all ramen.
Yeah.
We bring noodles into the bedroom. Keep the flame alive after 3 years.
When he eats you, guys get a mouthful of noodles.
He doesn't eat me out. He just eats noodles.
Yeah, and
Wasn't
then-
my best.
And you, just,
and then dribbles. And then it gets dribbled on your
you,
face.
you get pleasure off of watching him eat a nice thing
I
of noodles.
do. I
That's how
really
much
do.
you
I
love
get
each
turned
other.
on watching
Yeah,
Hell's
you're like,
Kitchen.
"Oh."
I love food. I love food so fucking much. Jack and I, we hung out in college because one of my best friends at the time, Danny, was Jack's roommate.
Yeah.
And so we spent like a whole summer together. I remember just being like, Jack's a funny
I
motherfucker.
remember being like, I like Maddie.
Yeah, I felt the same thing. I cherished our moments together.
Yeah.
And I think one of my fondest memories was 4th of July. And we were gathering materials for the 4th of July feast. And we were in Albertsons. And Jack gave me one of the biggest compliments of my life unintentionally. Because at that point, I was like kind of a gym rat. I loved going to the gym. And so I was very proud of the muscle I had built.
I
And
feel like you're waiting for us to say something about.
I don't
I've
remember
been
what.
waiting
Gym
for
rat.
you to compliment me.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's-
I can't tell.
An Equinox recently?
That you chain.
No, I'm a
Wait,
cheap
what did I
gym
say?
rat.
How,
actually
can I be a
don't
gym
remember.
rat? Can you teach me how to be a gym rat?
Oh, I learn everything from quick plug Casey Johnson. Follow her at a whole lot of help.
So
I'm looking for a
fucking in
personal
shape.
trainer.
It's insane.
I know, she's crazy.
Is she a personal trainer?
she is.
How much does she charge?
It's if you do 9 months, it's 150 a month.
I love
which,
this.
if you know,
I want a personal
LA
trainer.
personal trainer
It's not a lot.
prices, it's
That's-
a good deal. It's a good fucking deal. Anyway, but
Yeah, okay.
so it was
Jack.
nothing you said, but we were checking out, and I was paying because I like to insert my dominance wherever I go.
Sure.
And
Slay.
Jack thought that they could get behind me with the shopping cart. And so I was paying and I was just standing there minding my own business, and Jack thought that they could slip by with the shopping cart, and then it got so stuck on my ass. It got so stuck on my ass, and I was like stuck like
Ran it
pressed
against her ass.
I was like pressed up against the poor like cashier, like trying to, and like Jack was like, oh, and I felt so good about myself. I was like, thanks, Jack.
Was that you hitting on her,
forgot
Jack?
about that. Oh my god.
that was
No,
your
I mean,
move?
like, well, if it went over my head. I think Jack was honestly just mortified that they did that. But I was
would
like,
need to hit
thank
you
you,
with the-
thank you
I
so
know,
much.
I
You
never
were
knew you took this as a
literally
compliment.
hitting.
I really did. I was like, ooh, booty juicy. But yeah, so those are, I think, my fondest
Holy
memories with both of you.
cow. Wow, that's a
Yeah.
deep cut, dude.
I know.
Like,
Okay,
we
this is
all
a good
the
question.
worst.
Do you guys actually think you're bad people?
Yeah,
That was very quick.
absolutely.
I'll be honest, no.
Good. Yes. I don't think you are. Either.
I don't think I'm perfect. I think that like I definitely have my moments, but I think that I don't know.
I'm a good person by circumstance.
That's
I
fair.
think. I think if like I'm confident in this. If my world crumbled and like I lost all my friends and like I had no reason to live, I'd be such an evil person. I would revel in it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know it's in me.
Villain energy.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Villain
such like I have like at
And
any
you know,
moment I can have a
that
Joker
comes
moment.
across.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I try really hard.
It's one of the first things that I think of when I think of Jack Brenner.
Villain energy.
Villain energy.
Yeah.
Great.
But I think on that subject, I think it's a lot easier to be like not a dick if you have people not being a dick to you as well. I am a firm believer it's kind of like a chain.
So nice,
I'm not really a
Maddie.
magical thinker.
You're
but
even being nice to the dicks.
It's true
It's not
because
really
it's
your
like
fault that you're a dick. It's the other people.
I will say it's like I consider myself a good person, but I'm not even necessarily proud of it. It's honestly
You're
kind
resentful.
of it's a pain in the ass. Like I'm not gonna try to like quote it directly because I'm gonna butcher it, but like Abraham Lincoln has this quote.
No way you're pulling out.
Pulls out an Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln
I
quote.
know. Let me
on the
also play
Yenta
devil's
podcast.
advocate and tell you about all the investments I'm making. But no, it's something to the extent of like people always said that he was a nice guy, and he basically was like, no, I'm not a nice guy. But apparently there was one time like his carriage went over a river and he saw like some piglets drowning, and so he like ordered the carriage to turn around and like save the piglets. And they were like, wow, Abe, you're such a good guy. And he's like, no, I'm not. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I watched these pigs drown. This is for me. And I feel like that's kind of how I am too, where I guess I'm not that good of a person. It's just more that like if I sense that somebody is hurting or that like I unintentionally hurt somebody, it's like I'm not able to like breeze past that, you know?
I don't know how to tell you this, but that's what a good person is. Do you think that there's like good people who are like, I feel nothing when I help people? I go around and I help people and I say I feel nothing afterwards.
That's a fair point. What I think Maddie's saying is that even good people are also selfish.
Yeah, exactly.
That it's like people who do charity, but if they don't do it for charity, they do it because it makes them feel good.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, we're getting to deep nihilism here.
Well, it's
fellas.
more like self-preservation, I will say, because it's not even that it makes me feel good. It's more just like if I didn't do it, like I would feel terrible. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if at the end of the day, it
Maddie's
is an
a good
act for
person.
myself.
Then here's a follow-up. Do you think it's possible to be a good person and make it in this industry?
That's what I'm trying to fucking do.
I know.
Because it's something that like I've noticed a lot in the comedy, like, I don't know, in the comedy grind is that you will meet the best people you have ever encountered in your entire life, and you will also meet the worst.
The bane of humanity.
The worst. And I think that part of the reason why people like coming to our mic, right, is that like we try to like not be dicks. And I think that it's often like if somebody is kind, and first of all, there is a difference between being nice and kind. Being nice, I think it's like very superficial and just like
LA.
yeah, very LA,
Yeah.
you know, like
Let's
to the
get drinks
face, that
sometime.
kind of thing. And like being kind, it's like there's a lot more layers to that, you know. It's like trying to do the right thing as opposed to just like, oh my God, cute sweater, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And anyway, so I think that people oftentimes mistake kindness for, I think, weakness, kind of like being like a pushover, when I do think it takes a lot more willpower to be kind. And I think that, you know, it's like I try to like, I go out of my way to like, you know, be kind to people, but I also have my moments where I'll like lash out and be a dick as well, like everybody else. But like those are moments where I feel like I'm at like my lowest, like I'm my weakest. And I think that
Okay, as long as you also are a dick sometimes.
Oh, 100%.
Then I feel better about myself.
100%. Yeah, but anyway, where I'm going with this is that I think that the more of a conscious effort you try to like be kind, like it is a chain reaction. I think that's why people enjoy coming to our mic, because we kind of like set the tone
Totally.
to like
And
feel
we're
comfortable
so
taking
good.
risks, and also because we're the funniest people, not only
So
in Los
Yeah.
Angeles,
Yeah.
but
In the
on
world.
God's green earth. But that is something that like I think it is possible to incorporate into comedy, because even though it is like your goal is to make people laugh, comedy is very mean.
It so is. But what I noticed is that also people laugh at meanness. Like that.
Yeah.
It's such an easy way
Exactly.
to get people to laugh at something. But it's also like it's part of the culture
Yeah.
in comedy to do that.
Totally.
Like I'll tell you, when you're talking to someone in the crowd and someone tells you what their job is, if you're like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
No, that's my
It's not
natural.
funny, though.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh, that's boring. Or
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
oh, laughs.
You have to find like a halfway point to like get them on your side, but also like poke fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're good at that, Jack, because
Am I?
you're a villain. You're villain energy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a persona. When you're up there, it's
Totally.
not, even though it's you, it's you're doing a bit. And what's going on?
But anyway, but going back to kindness in comedy, I do also think there's a balance because also it's like when you're up there on stage, it's like it's okay to like make jokes and like have hot and like kind of like poke fun. But I do think there's a way to like roast people and professions and ways of existing that like there's like it's coming from a place of respect,
Kindness.
and for me, like when I get turned off by people trying to razz somebody in comedy is when it's like clearly coming from a place of like just judgment and kind of like being better than.
Well,
it's like a more simple term, punching down.
Ooh.
But I do think it is possible to like make jokes about and like not necessarily punch down, but like I think that you can make jokes about like people other than like white dudes as long as it's coming from a place of respect.
I hate. This is not really related, but I hate using cis white guy as a punchline.
Yeah.
I think it's weak.
It's lazy.
I think it's easy.
Lazy, that's the word.
And I think also like just being mean is also lazy. Like just getting on stage to say stuff that you're not allowed to say. It's like, yeah, you'll get the laugh. And at the end of the day, it's like, I guess you can consider that a success because of what we're all trying to do. But I do think it's a little lazy.
Here's my take. Using cis white guy as a punchline is the same thing as using faggot as a punchline. For like an older, like a straight white guy that uses faggot as a punchline.
So it's kind of almost like the reverse,
It's
like
the
for
reverse
a queer
version.
person.
Well,
Exactly.
because cis white men are the real victims of today's society, to be fair.
Exactly. And I'm here defending
And-
the cis white.
It's about damn
Victims.
time somebody did
And
it.
I'm the hero of the
Everyone's
incels.
wrong but
I'm
you.
the new leader.
We need a Candace Owen for cis white men in our community.
Candace Owens. She's a great speaker. This is not an alt-right podcast.
Oh my God, Jesus. Someone just tuned in right now.
Here's what I'll say, man. Here's what I'll say. Sorry.
I love Candace Owens.
First of all, I've been loving this dog.
And she loves you.
I
Look
like
at this.
can't. I haven't really made eye contact with either of you, but I'm listening. I'm just having. Because I not that I'm mean, but I definitely have a more like brash personality, and like I think that like I sometimes teeter on like, oh, is this mean or is this like, you know what I mean? Like,
but I don't think yours is. I wouldn't consider your comedy to be just mean.
No. But I think there's a real easy like it could really easily slip into mean. If that makes sense.
I don't think you ever would though, because you're too hardworking for that.
Well, no,
you're
it's what I think. Well, I don't think
I
it's
think
that.
I think you're also
like,
self-deprecating.
You know,
so
I appreciate you guys, but thank you. But I think
also
I'm
stop
horrible.
being so mean.
Stop being so fucking mean.
Yeah, stop being such a goddamn cock. All right.
I mean, I get so insecure. When I've done crowd work with people and I've gotten like not like mean, but I've like poked fun and I'm like, and like everyone's laughing. Almost 9 times out of 10, I'll like find them after the show to be like, hey, was that okay?
Yeah, no,
Like
I'll do
9
that
times
too.
out of 10, I will be like, I don't really care how anyone's like, hey, just want to make sure we're cool. Like, because like, I want everyone in the theater to like me, not just, the one.
I heard Leslie Jones talk about this on Conan's podcast.
I was listening to that recording. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I think she was saying, maybe I'm misquoting her, but she was saying like, as long as the person that she's talking to is also laughing with everyone, even if she's like roasting them, then she knows it's okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, if the person that you're roasting is like sitting there crying, then you're an asshole.
Also, like apologizing can be funny. If you go too far, you can still be funny and like apologize.
100%.
That can be a bit.
I think that audiences love seeing like a little bit of vulnerability and humanity.
Yes,
and you do. It is a delicate balance. Like I feel like I'm talking like I'm like the world's leading expert on comedy when I've been doing this for like just over a year.
On Conan's podcast.
But I am lucky that like I've heard a lot of like world's top comedians talking, and it's like I just think that. I completely forgot the point that I was going to make, but I just I just think that you have to just like be conscientious because sometimes people can't like. I love getting roasted.
Yeah,
I think it's like it's very refreshing.
Have you done roast battles?
No, I haven't.
I
want to, and I want to.
Why? There's this.
Don't you just email?
This is one of my deepest regrets. There's someone who does the roast battles at the Comedy Store that reached out to me asking me if I wanted to do one, and I chickened out.
Why?
Because I didn't have anyone that I was trying to find a roast battle partner.
I would have eviscerated you.
I know. I'm too scared of you, Jack.
You are? Here's the thing.
Raye, you can take them.
You will get into my deepest insecurities and you will use them.
See, that's the thing. I know I'm mean, but I'm funny, and so it's okay.
I know. It'll be funny for everyone else, but I'll go home and I'll cry after.
Good. That's what I want.
Exactly.
That's what I want.
I don't have a thick enough skin to do a roast battle yet.
I would love to do roast battle.
I need to do a roast battle with someone nice.
I think I could take it.
I need to do a roast battle where we just compliment each other.
Yeah. Can we do a compliment battle? I'll be really good at that.
Izzy, our third host of Schmoozy Boozy, she and I were joking that like we wanted to like join roast battle, and we don't have like the clout for this yet, but we do like want to do it, but we just like make it like back and forth of like, yeah, well, you're so fucking hot that you cause car accidents because people are looking at your ass, you know? Like,
We should do that.
yeah.
Should we do Schmoozy Boozy a compliment battle?
Honestly, I'm kind of down. I mean, it's hard because it's like it could be like either the most hilarious or the most nauseating thing that somebody has ever seen. It's a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
I think why not? We have this space.
Yeah.
We have like a audience. Cool.
Yeah.
We have like people that will come.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I feel like roast battles have started because it's just like started by dudes who like being assholes to each other and are trained to do that. And like
count me in, honestly.
Yeah, you're good at that.
This is the most Ted Lasso conversation I've ever heard in my fucking life.
What?
This is like
How so?
instead of you know what if we did roast battles, but we were just nice to each other.
I would thrive in that. That's all I'm saying.
It's
Honestly.
like, because it's the one thing that roast battles are supposed to be mean. You took the one thing. That's like, what if we did stand-up comedy without the jokes?
All setups, no punchlines.
Yeah. Well, I think, and that's just another thing is like, I think oftentimes when I say like, oh, I want to bring kindness into comedy, people are oftentimes like, okay, because it's rough and you have to have thick skin to do it. Like there's no way around it, you know? And like, you can't, I don't believe in faulting somebody for being a dick in comedy because like that's just like what it is, and like I don't think there's a problem with that. But again, I just think that there's like I think like a more respectable way to do it. Not even respectable as in like being a better person, but like has like more, at the risk of sounding like an asshole, craft in it.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like when we did
basically
Badger, I
writing.
roasted people all the time. Like that was my favorite thing to do. Like I made like pretty good roast to all the comics in there. That's because I got to a point where like I knew them well enough that like I could. You know?
Can you roast me?
No.
Yes.
I know Jack could.
I feel like off the top of my head, like I just don't have anything like to roast right now.
You know me.
Let me know.
Can you roast me?
Oh wait, Jack, you can roast me.
No, Maddie, can you roast me?
I did roast you that one time, but I feel like I can't say it on a podcast because it was bad. No.
Say it. I give you permission.
Why are you looking at me?
Okay,
Yeah,
can we cut it if it's like
If you really
I don't
hate it, we
remember
can
it.
See,
cut
this
it.
is what I'm trying to get better at. Is I need to like be more comfortable just being mean. This
Just
is
do
like
it.
this is
Just
my
do
biggest
it. I don't
obstacle.
care.
That's what I'm saying.
Maddie, you can't
I'm
hurt me.
also trying to do that. I feel like you have to do that to be good at comedy.
Okay.
Maddie,
Well, there's this one
genuinely,
time.
you can't hurt me.
There was this one time at Schmoozy Boozy when Jack was like explaining how like a specific joke worked to like a room full of comics, and they were doing it like in a self-aware way. But then I made the joke when I came on stage. I was like, "So if a non-binary person mansplains, do you just say person-splaining?"
That's so funny and not mean at all.
Okay, and like that's what I'm trying to get better at. Is like I have the roast in me, but there's still just like this knee-jerk response for me to be like, no.
I know.
And I'm trying to get. My manager even was like, Maddie, like I love your comedy, but my one note is you got to learn how to like get mean and get in there. He's like, I want to see you on like a roast battle, and like I do too. But just like with like online content, my biggest obstacle is myself. Like there's that part of me that's like, no, because like I pride myself in being an incredibly like unjustifiably so confident person, but my self-esteem is like,
Sure.
No, I don't know.
Well, that is the tea.
As part of a podcast host, you kind of have to pretend you know, regardless of if you actually know.
That's not true, Jack.
Yeah, it's always yes and.
So let us woman-splain and person-splain for you right now. When you were on a podcast,
You fucking idiot.
This is my podcast. I want to learn more about Maddie. So when I say I don't know, that's me saying, Maddie, tell me more.
Okay, so Jack,
So
let me
actually, that's the
woman-splain to you.
best
When you're on a
kind of
podcast,
podcast
it's
host.
actually good to ask follow-up questions to
No,
know
really?
more about the
Never would have guessed. Never would have guessed.
But I think it's like for me, like I have, I guess, the balls to do a lot of stuff. Like I'm the kind of person where if you dare me to do something, like 9 times out of 10, I will do it. No questions asked, even if I'm like sober, you know? But when it comes to my feelings about myself, it's like I constantly have to work every day to just like not like tear myself apart from the inside. And I think that's unless you like actually like really know me very well, you don't necessarily get that, because I do present very confident and like I take a lot of risks and I put myself out there a lot, but like what you don't see is like behind closed doors, I do all of those things and then I shut like myself behind a door and then I spend like hours just like, oh my God, you piece of shit. You piece of shit.
I remember
Yeah.
when we went to your first open mic. I remember I came over to your house and we like worked on material.
Yeah.
I remember you were like really, really nervous to do
I was so
the
nervous.
Hollywood comedy open mic.
Oh my God. And Jack, so first of all, I was very grateful to you and Izzy for pushing me to do that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But that experience, and like I know it was my first one, even for a first one, like it honestly like wasn't bad, but like that like set me back like months.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God. I completely tore myself apart. I was like, holy shit.
Was it
like,
so bad?
I mean, I don't even think it was. I think I got like maybe like for my first one.
It's impossible to
an
do
open
good
mic.
at the Hollywood
Exactly.
comedy.
And I got a couple of chuckles, but I think just like trying it for the first time was just like a very, well, and everybody knows it's a very vulnerable thing. And it's very hard to do well at all your first time around, because like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like it's a very like stand-up is so specific, and I think it's so hard to like know how specific it is until you start doing it, even if you are a comedy writer. Because like I'd like been writing a lot of sketches up until that point, but like you can't like recite a sketch or a bit that like would work for a sketch and have it work for stand-up necessarily.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Anyway, but yeah, so
Well,
like
also, why would you take her to the Hollywood comedy?
Oh, that was the one that
As
was like
her
local.
first place. It's like the worst. But maybe it was strategic because you can literally only go up from there.
That's true. That is true.
Well, I was because you.
Even
I
though
was
if
also
you're
just starting
listening,
at the same
Jiaoying, I
time.
love the
Yeah.
Hollywood comedy.
You know?
Book me more on those shows.
We love you, Hollywood comedy.
Like, I
Yeah.
think you're. I'm not gonna. I don't know. Would he be mad if I said his name? Your boyfriend?
No, not at all.
So Jake, I remember the birthday show we did. That was like the third show I'd ever performed at. That was like the third gig I'd ever done.
Yeah,
You
that was
know?
my first time really, besides the Hollywood comedy. Yeah.
And so like I was still new when you were starting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I only knew like
you
three
Neither of us
know
knew
places.
what
how
we were
bad it
doing.
was.
We were two
Yeah.
floundering babies.
You know?
But yeah, but like honestly, it's like that.
Mine.
I was
There's a
actually
dog.
talking to another name drop, Noah Marger,
Oh, I
about
love Noah.
this on Thursday.
Another Chapman.
was telling me.
Chapman boy.
Yeah.
Because I think we had a similar conversation.
Yeah.
With Noah.
Yeah.
You and I.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So did I.
Secrets.
We had the same conversation.
Ray was also there.
and I had the best one.
But yeah, anyway, like we don't need to like.
I think I've become a meaner person doing comedy.
Yeah.
You know what's
Are you
so funny?
saying yes, I have? Oh,
We
yes,
agree.
you have.
I knew you before you did comedy, and you were so nice.
Like you've known me almost since I started, kind of.
Yeah.
Like I know I'd probably been doing it like 6 months before we met, and then we met.
I'd been doing it almost a year.
Okay.
When we talking about Burbank? Or are you talking about?
And we met at Burbank.
Yeah. So I've
Yeah.
been doing it almost a year at that
Okay.
point.
So do you think I've gotten meaner?
I think you're about this. I mean, I think you've gotten more confident. Honestly,
That's good.
Like, really.
In my mean,
I
mean energy.
think. You know, I just think you've got more confident.
The difference is now that when you're mean, instead of being like, oh, afterwards, you're like,
I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
It's more pointed. It's more specific.
Anyway.
Anywho.
we haven't
Well,
really
I
like
think we
picked the
should
conversation.
transition. I've been thoroughly enjoying this conversation.
No, I'm having a great time.
I think this is the best podcast so far. Dare
What?
I say? Dare I say?
wow.
Well, that was a lie.
So you've gotten so much better being mean. Wow. This is actually the worst
Roasted.
podcast we've ever had.
Okay,
I
well, in that
don't
case, I only
read
paid
that.
300,000 pesos for this one. Thank you very much.
What a great callback.
Why pesos?
It was a callback, Jack, because she was saying earlier.
No, I know.
Oh.
It was just the first. I mean, I think it was like Europe came to mind first, and then Mexico.
It's very colonizer of you.
I know. I was about to say.
Well, I'll say about this crew and the Chapman crew that I'm also a part of, is that I feel like this is like, you know how freaking Meg Stalter, Hannah Einbinder, like they have a like their class of comedians, and they're all like kind of big now, but they all kind of started at the same time. I think that's gonna be us. Well, I'm manifesting it. Like in
we're gonna be big.
In 5 years, people are gonna look back on this amazing episode of this podcast and be like, "Wow, it's so cute that they're all still friends and they're all made it."
Aw.
Is it okay for me to say? I mean, I know.
Record it and then put it in an archive. And then
this is going to be embarrassing now. In 5 years, some troll on the YouTube is going to comment, like, "You dumbass bitches, you're not funny."
After Raye gets canceled, this didn't age well.
Anyway, okay, are we ready? Should we transition into secrets?
Okay. Secrets. I want to hear your secrets first. I think that my secrets are pretty tame.
My secret is I'm in love with this dog.
She is the best. I love her so much. Want to know something that's like bleh, so cute? When Casey and I went to adopt her, we pulled up in my Subaru, and Roxy was like at the shelter we got her from. I feel like she even knows what I'm talking about. Look at me. She was being walked outside, and like my Subaru pulled in, and Roxy, like, her ears perked up and saw us, and she started running towards the car. It's like she knew.
But
Casey
now
Johnson,
she's not
this
your
is my
dog.
petition to be better friends with you so that I can hang out with your dog. I'm going to take up training just so I can hang out with the dog.
She also has this really funny thing. She didn't do it just now, but sometimes, like, if you're like messing with her too much, she'll never like bite you, but she'll kind of like put your mouth around you as a warning. But she knows she's not supposed to do that, so she's a little shady bitch, and she'll do that, and then she'll like mask it as if it's a yawn. She'll go. Stick her tongue out. She's conniving.
Doing secrets now?
Oh, yeah, let's do secrets.
I got a secret.
Oh, wait,
my secret is this, and it actually ties into something we were saying earlier about niceness versus kindness. I'm remarkable at being nice to people I don't like. Really, really good at it. In fact,
that doesn't surprise me.
In fact, and I say this, and I'm sure some people, if they're listening, they might go, "Oh, okay." It is plausible that if I really don't like you, you'll never know. And I'm being reminded because I just got a text message from someone whose number I don't even have saved, right? I'll tell you about this. And they were like, "Hi, oh my God, good to see you." And you want to know how I know how good I am? I was like, my response to them was like, "Oh my God, hi, I love you, miss you, it's great to see you." Didn't know who they were, just blanket send that. Was like, "Don't know who you are. I don't know who this is." But they got really nice messages from me.
Wow.
So I just have to delete my number in
You
your phone.
really do.
And then you'll be nice to me.
Oh my God.
But I'm a sneaky little, fucker about it. I'm a sneaky little fucker. You don't know if I don't. I mean, you can kind of tell if you're smart, but like I like you too. But like, I'm like, you know what I mean?
For now.
I'm good at schmoozing.
Schmoozing. We're the head of the schmoozing.
We're the head of the schmooze committee.
Only we can schmooze.
Oh, yes.
What do I get to do?
You can...
Splooge?
You can watch.
Nope, that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
Okay, so your secret is that you are nice to people that you don't like.
Yeah, but I'm really good at it.
Yeah, that's like, that's not a bad secret.
So it's tough because people have been like, "Hey, are you actually being nice to me, or are you just like hiding it?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah."
Because I don't hate most
The dog's
people.
ears are pricking up.
But I'm very black and white. If I either like you or I hate you, like really and truly. Like it's really one or the other. I'm not like very mid about many people. You know.
Feel very strongly either way.
I form an opinion, and I'm usually right about that opinion.
I
Makes
am
sense.
the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. You too.
You're
Or you're
mean
nodding?
to the ones that you want to be nice to. Is that?
I feel like
I'm not black and white. I'm very all over the place, and my opinions change very quickly. Honestly, I'm just bullshitting. I know. Ignore everything I said, listener.
Oh my God.
Maddie,
So what's
what
the
do you say?
truth?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I was at least being honest.
I know. See, that's. The
Or
thing
was
about
I?
me. I don't think you were.
I think my
You think I was lying?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
No, I was telling the truth. I don't like that you think I was lying.
Oh my god.
But if Jack is so good at telling everybody that they love them, then how do we know?
How do we know,
how
Jack?
you feel about us? How do we know?
Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. If I shit talk someone to you, I trust you.
You've never shit talked anybody to me.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Oh my god.
There's no way I haven't.
I have heard some shit talk.
Oh my god, I don't think that Jack likes
Jack doesn't
everybody.
like you.
Oh my god, Jack hates
Maddie,
me. Jack hates me.
Maddie, we were in Father's Milk together. There's no fucking way that I didn't shit talk to someone to you.
God.
Maddie, we were in a sketch team together.
I'll
Come
be
on.
honest, all of Father's Milk was I loved it so much. One of like the highlights of my college career, but that was all a fever. I don't remember like most of the things that happened. That was a crazy, chaotic point in my life. I feel like I like slept but awake through all of that.
Was there a lot of drugs or
No.
alcohol?
So bizarre.
Secret about me is I'm kind of a little boring good girl. I've only ever done marijuana and coke like 3 times.
So that's not what boring good girls do. Just so you know, I've never heard a boring girl been like, "Oh yeah, I've done coke before." There's a lot
Jack,
of people I
tell
know
us
that
more
have
about
actually
good
never
girls.
done cocaine.
But I do think I will say that I was more like I didn't go out of my way to do coke. It was more like there was a period of my
You
time
just slipped and fell.
and my nose just went on the line
3 different
and I
times.
could only breathe through my nose. No, but it was just like for a bit there I would just like had like very easy access to cocaine and it was like constantly being offered to me.
Oh, poor girl. That's so
and so
hard.
it just I know I succumbed, right?
Succumbed.
There's no way "succumb" is a real word.
But succumbed. It's
I
succumbed.
succumbed.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Cut that out. Cut that out.
Succumb all over.
I succumbed all over
I
to peer
succumbed
pressure.
real hard last night.
I think succumbed. I don't know. Either way, it sounds like jizz. But
I love this episode.
oh my God, I just yeah.
I've never done coke, honestly.
What?
It's not.
Why are you surprised?
I
Jack is a
don't
good
like
girl.
it. Jack
Jack
is a
is a
good
real
girl.
good
Okay, tell us
girl.
what a good girl means now. I want to hear actually.
I've done.
Good girls wear nice pink hats.
I mean, obviously, I smoke a lot of marijuana. I've done shrooms
I haven't done shrooms.
twice.
Yeah, you're more of
or
a psychedelic
thrice.
energy person. I hear that.
But I think that's it. I think the hardest I've ever done. Oh, I did. I accidentally did cocaine once, but that was like an actual
Slipped and
accident.
fell, your nose went into the
No, I was
line.
in Greece. I was in Greece,
You
and
thought
I
it was
got
sugar.
wine from this local farmer's market. When we were drinking the wine, I remember my heart was like racing. And the next day, I don't know how we found it out, but I guess someone asked, and then they were like, "Oh," and I guess like the farmer market was like, "Oh yeah, all the wine has cocaine in it."
Oh my God! Jesus Christ, Fran,
But
chill.
did you taste? Did you feel different?
I remember being like, this wine I feel more energetic with. And like I remember like my skin got like a little tingly, but like it
fun.
wasn't like
I
I don't think I like
cocaine
drank
wine.
enough.
That
to,
does
like-
sound fun.
I didn't think I like drink it, but I've never like been like, I'm gonna do a line of Coke, and like I don't know if I ever will. It just seems harsh, and all the reviews I've heard are negative.
I'm not a big fan. It was one of those things where like the first time I did it, like I couldn't even like really tell.
Sure.
And I think it affects everybody differently. And I'm like, I once had a teacher tell me I'm the poster child for ADHD. Like I'm
Nice.
and I've heard that like it affects people with like severe ADHD differently. I don't know if that's
Same with,
true.
like Adderall.
Yeah, I don't have the science behind it, but all that I felt was that like everything I didn't like. I was expecting to become like Scrat from Ice Age. Like that's what I thought Coke did to you. But I remember just like everything felt like crisp and in focus. So I almost wonder if it kind of like, because I've never done Adderall, so I almost wonder.
Oh,
Actually,
even though
that's
you
not
have-
true. I did once. This was so stupid. We did it for no reason. I was over spring break. I'm not going to name drop just in case. I don't think he would care. But I was with my friend, and we were just like staying up late for no reason. And we were like, we should do something. And he was like, I have some Adderall. And so then he crushed it up, and then we snorted it through a dollar bill like it was Coke.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
But like,
that's- yeah.
but it was the
You
same
have
thing.
ADHD, right?
Yeah, and so, but that was the only time I've ever done it, and I just remember feeling like focused. I was like, "Is this how everyone feels
Do you
all
take
the time?"
meds for ADHD?
No, I never have. I've actually had a lot of conversations about this. I've gone back and forth over whether or not I want to try them, but what I keep landing on is like I've made it this far without them. So like,
That's really
My
impressive.
two
Even
senses
if-
don't. I used to be heavily medicated for ADHD growing up, and then I had a big withdrawal when I went to Chapman because I decided to stop doing it. I think it's good for some people. I think that 9 times out of 10, though, it is like all 3 Ritalin, Vyvanse, Adderall. They're all very addictive. You have withdrawal symptoms from, and that like you feel focused, but like I don't like being dependent on something like that where like you physically feel withdrawal if you miss a day.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, I completely get that. That's why like I think like drugs in general kind of like freak me out. I did have my dare speech selected in the 5th grade to be read to the class. I was ultimate.
They can only see you now.
I know, right?
3
I
times
know.
of cocaine.
I know. But yeah, but with
in
coke,
5th grade.
in fifth
In 5th grade.
grade, 3 times. Those fucking cops had
You
no
sent them
idea.
the dare speech, and you did coke off your dare speech.
I rolled up. I'm dead. But yeah, the only the only positive side effect I got from coke is because my boyfriend Jake, he's a really talented rapper. Like he's so talented.
Say he was a cokehead.
No, he's one of the things I love about Jake is like I think he has one of the least addictive personalities I've ever met, which is really nice.
He's addicted to the rap game.
Except he's addicted to these sick beats,
These sick fucking
these
bars, bro.
But he's a really talented rapper. He is like
crew.
it's insane. Like when he freestyles, it's like I genuinely like it's a never mind. I was gonna make a really gross joke, but it's a little moist down there. But so he but so he like for a while, like when we were dating in like in earlier days, he'd always like try to get me to like freestyle, like see what I would say. I am terrible at rapping. I'm like okay at improv. I'm terrible at rapping. I can't do it. I'm just too like oh my God,
That's really hard.
I know. I think like my little butthole's just like a little wound up a little bit too tight. But I remember when I did coke for the first time, like Jake and Justin's the other half of Jake Crew, they sat me down. They're like, okay, freestyle. And I was so good at it. I was so good at rapping to the point where Jake was like,
when you were
like,
on
where
coke.
the fuck did that come from? Yeah, on coke.
Oh,
and so
That's what I freestyling when I was high. Yeah.
That's the
yeah,
trick.
and so it's like I wonder if I think it affects everybody differently, but I think for me
it
it's
makes
like
you a good rapper.
That's my review on coke.
I could spit bars for days.
No,
on
I was like
cocaine.
so good. I remember like it was like we had like a small gathering and everybody was just looking at me like, where the fuck did that come from?
I used to rap for a while. I was like,
Yeah.
I used to.
You
Yeah.
still do.
I remember listening to your stuff.
Okay, I don't want to be a annoying guest host. I don't want to be a host.
Yeah,
But
Keep me on
do it.
track.
we should keep moving.
I get
Okay.
sidetracked so easily.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I have a secret. Do you want to do your secret first?
no, you guys go first.
Jack just went.
Yeah, that
Right.
was my
Okay,
real.
that was their
That wasn't like
secret.
a bit. It was my real secret.
It was I mean, it was a cute secret. But now none of us, no one can be sure whether
No
Jack
one can
actually
ever
likes
trust
you
me.
or not.
The secret is you can't
That's
trust Jack.
what-
You never know if I like you.
Yeah. They love you. Love that one. Okay, like
That's actually pretty good. That's my secret. All right, Ray, you go.
okay. My secret is something that happened recently in LA. It's a very okay. Basically, I'll just say it. But okay, Mae Martin had their new special come out recently, and there was like a Netflix party to like promote the special.
Yeah.
I did not get invited to this party, but I went to the party.
Oh my God.
But the way I got invited was because my ex got
Her?
an invite. Huh?
The one I know.
Yes.
Okay.
Got an invite to this party, but she was not really supposed to share the invite. But on the invite, this is a fun fact. On the invite, it said RSVP to this email. So I just sent.
So you could just email.
So I just emailed them. I was like, "Hey, I want to RSVP," and then they were like, "Sure, come in off the list." But then I get to this party, and the friend that invited my ex was like, "How did you get in? Like, who told you about the party?" And I was like, "Oh, just some like comedy friends."
Smart.
Smart.
Sometimes you got to do that.
And that's the secret.
You got to lie to get ahead in this town.
I know.
Honestly,
I'm a bad person. But no, obviously it's not really. But it was just like, and yeah, it was just
I feel that's fair.
uncomfortable.
You're gonna sneak into places.
Yeah, I
have
totally snuck in.
into so many places that I shouldn't have been in.
I hope they
how
don't
else are you
listen
gonna get
to
through the
this.
door?
Yeah.
I once told someone that my dad was an executive at HBO, and they kept being like, there's no way. And I kept being like, well, that's what he tells me. And then I got into a Game of Thrones press event.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay, so what I'm learning is I'm actually just doing the right thing.
No, yeah, you have to lie.
Well, I think I more feel bad for the person, like the friend that really wasn't supposed to like share the invitation.
That's on them for sharing
But
the
like,
invitation.
also, who the fuck cares? Like, literally, no one gave a
yeah,
shit.
Mae Martin's
at
like,
all.
who the fuck was this little?
Yeah, Mae Martin
Mae
and I
Martin
are
listens
best
to this
friends
and is
now.
like, fuck!
It was invite only.
I literally care so much about this.
I wasn't thinking about my special at all. Tristan was there.
I was like the dykiest person in there too.
No
you know?
way, really?
Honestly, Mae Martin needed somebody like
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
They should have had more of me.
Yeah.
No, I was like, I wouldn't say I was the dykiest, but I was definitely like 0.1% top dyke.
I want to make you a shirt that says 0.1% top 10.
It wasn't even 0.1% dyke. It was 0.1% top dyke.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah, top
great.
dyke,
That's
0.1.
great. Oh my
No,
God.
I'm not a fucking bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm done.
Top.
All right. Should I do my secret?
Yes, go.
Secret now?
Let's hear
Okay.
it.
So my first one's kind of like twofold, and then I may have another one if we have time. It's not necessarily a secret. It's more like a secret just kept from one person. It's kind of a crazy story.
Sure.
Anyway, so the first part of this is I didn't mean what I say, that sometimes you gotta lie and you shouldn't feel bad about it, but like I am incapable of lying. There have been 3 times in my life where I've tried like really lying and and it's gone horribly each time. It's either like the thing that I lie about blows up in my face, or I panic and like provide too much information, just make the whole thing so much worse when it would have been so fine just to like do a white lie, you know? So I'm really bad at it. And I think like I feel worse about lying the older I get. It's like a problem that's like become worse.
So old.
Sure.
To the point where there was this is actually recently, it's happened last summer. I got a date wrong for a recording. I'm almost nervous to say this. I think it's fine. I think I have enough cool guy points, but I got a date wrong for a recording, which
For
is
the
like
Conan podcast?
for the Conan podcast,
you
because
worked
which is
with?
in
Conan O'Brien and your boss.
Conan.
so it
who
was
is-
actually
Conan. O'Brien.
And we can reach them at.
this actually
What's their
wasn't for
email?
Conan's podcast. It was for Andy Richter's podcast. But I was really
That's
excited about this
important.
one too, because it was the I don't think I'm going to say that. I think it's too risky to say the guest, but
Can you whisper to us and then we'll say it?
I want to know the guest.
I'll tell you guys after. It's more just like I don't want, just in case, I don't want people to know like exactly what episode this is.
No one listens to this podcast.
And I don't know if you know this, but Andy Richter listens to a lot of our stuff. And so,
Oh no!
Specifically
He's gonna
Andy
listen to this and
Richter.
care so much about it. No.
You don't even know.
Anyway,
we
but
have
so it's like,
streams on streams.
and it's also like it's like inexcusable that like I got the date wrong because I'm the one who sends out like the calendar invites and shit, but I still got it messed up. And I remember I was literally taking a shit on my toilet. Yeah, as one does.
Great.
And I looked at my phone and I got the calendar notification that's like 3 questions recording starting in 15 minutes. And I literally was like, shit. Haha. And I panicked and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? There's no way, because I live in Highland Park, studios in Larchmont. Like, there's no way I'm going to get there in time. And so I just like texted like the office kind of like group chat, and I was like, you guys, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sorry I didn't like respond sooner. I got like terrible food poisoning. And I
Nice.
felt terrible. Oh my God, I felt terrible because I fucked up. And like, I think I'm okay with like lying if I feel morally okay about lying. Like if I'm lying for somebody else to protect them, shit like that. Like that I'm okay with.
'Cause
But
you're
if
a good
I'm
person.
lying because I fucked up and I don't want to take the accountability, like that I can't handle. Like that my
Sure.
body physically cannot take. Anyway, so I said that and everyone was so nice because everyone in my office is just literally the best. Like, oh my God, Maddie, feel better. We got this. Don't even
food
worry.
poisoning sucks.
Everyone knows. That's a
Anyway,
good lie to get out of things.
And so I said that, and then like, you know, like I kind of like got up from the toilet, and then all of a sudden I turned around and I threw up. Like I actually threw up. Like my body felt like, I think that like my entire psyche like hated myself so much. Like I willed food poisoning into existence.
Wow.
And then I felt awful the rest of the day emotionally, and I was like vomiting and I was so dehydrated, and there
Did
was
you
no
have
ibuprofen in my
food
house.
poisoning?
I don't think I did. I literally
You're-
don't think I did, and I think
you're
I
the-
willed it into because I know I said I was taking a shit, but the shit, it's just so everyone knows, I know we're curious, the shit itself was like healthy, was normal, but I remember I finished, I
Sure.
stood up, and then I was like, no, fuck me. So I literally like I pulled what was that character's name in Knives Out?
I haven't seen
There's a
it.
lot of characters in Knives Out, Maddie.
Schmaler.
Name all of them for me. But
Schmaler.
Anna de Armas's character, like she had that thing where whenever she lied, she would throw up.
Oh, really?
So
Oh, yeah.
So like that
That's
literally
you.
that's
But you're like the
me.
opposite of Jack.
Yeah.
Because Jack,
I throw up when I tell the truth.
No one knows.
I say something real, I'm like,
No one knows when Jack is lying, but when you lie, you vomit.
actually, I'm not liking this narrative I started for myself.
I know, you really painted yourself in a bad light.
I really painted myself as like
Well,
a
no.
fake person who you never trust.
I feel like I really, as much as I say, and I think I do try to like be very kind to everybody. I think it's very hard for me to hide if I like don't like somebody. And I will say when I don't like somebody, I always have good reason. Like I'm a very good judge of character.
Yes.
And just for anyone listening,
That's
if
why
I
you
ever
like
say
us.
I don't like somebody, listen to me because I don't like to toot my own horn too much, but I'm always right about people. Like, I'm sorry, but I am. I always
my
am.
gosh.
I've never.
I'm also that way.
Yeah.
If I get a bad vibe, I'm always like, whether it's 2 years later, I'm always proven right.
Yeah,
Always.
my batting average is 100 for this.
Same.
And I will say that sometimes that like I tend to like I think I always assume the best of people too quickly. And so sometimes like I'll be like, oh my God, I love them. And then I find out later that I was wrong. I was actually talking to Noah Marge about he and I tend to get like disillusioned with people. But
Sure.
But yeah, I mean like I don't think there's ever been a time where I've like because I mean there's times where I get annoyed with somebody and I'm like, oh, that was unfair of me. Like, like I think I like judge too quickly, but like I've never actually disliked somebody and been wrong. So that's a little flex.
No, I mean, I've gotten into fights with people and they're like defending them, and I'm like, no, I don't like this person, and then like when it gets proven right that you were
Oh my
right
God, it's
all
the best
along,
feeling.
it is like there's nothing better in the world.
I will say though, it's like I'm not at the end of the day. It's like I'm never like even necessarily rooting for myself to be right. It's like I hate that I am always
am.
right because like I would love to be proven wrong in this.
So perfect. I would say that about me is
Oh my
right.
God. No, but
Me
like
too.
I would love to be.
You're painting yourself as such a good person in this episode.
I mean,
Maddie's the hero energy. Jack's the villain energy.
What the fuck are you, the sidekick?
I think I'm the sidekick.
Raye, you're not a sidekick.
I'm the. I don't know.
You're like Julie Andrews.
Julie
I'm Mia
Andrews?
Thermopolis.
I'm the
So
scared
this
to
is
be
Princess
roasted.
Diaries.
I'm scared energy.
I'm Mia Thermopolis. You are Julie Andrews. I don't even know her queen's name. And Jack, you are. Who is the villain?
The best friend.
Prince Eric or Andrew, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, you're Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. Chris
No.
Pine is not in
Oh,
Princess
the
Diaries.
second Princess Diaries.
I don't know why. I was thinking Princess Bride for a second, and I was like, when the fuck was Chris Pine and Chris?
He just shows up. Hey, it's me, Chris Pine.
Yeah, he's not even a character. He's just, I'm Chris Pine.
I'm dead.
Okay, cuties, we're gonna transition
fuck, we're almost
to
done.
advice.
Okay.
We're gonna transition to our advice section. Okay, this is a really good question that we really got in from a real listener.
There's no way this is real or a good question.
I swear to God. Okay, you decide. In a few months, I'm
Yes.
Cut this part out, Jacob. Cut Jack out for the whole episode. Okay, in a few months, I'm rooming with my best friend's boyfriend and her most recent ex.
Oh,
What?
okay.
I'm close with her and her boyfriend and I are friends with her ex, but she and her ex are not close.
Yeah.
Send help. Did you follow that? Because honestly, I did
Did
not.
you?
I'm honestly a little confused.
So
Yeah.
to be clear, they are moving in with. Are they moving in with their friend and the boyfriend, or just the boyfriend and the ex?
I think just the boyfriend and the ex.
So to me, that sounds like a stupid thing to do. That sounds
Well, why
like
should the boyfriend and the ex should not be living together?
boyfriend and ex. Why are they living together?
Okay, so I think my question
also,
is-
how are they friends?
Yeah.
Wait, they are friends?
That's tough. Because that means that she must have hopped.
Wait.
Wait. Okay, let's say it's like.
I wish we could ask a follow-up question.
Yeah,
I think I need a
that's the
diagram
problem with
right
these
now.
advice questions. It's like, okay, let's say I'm the questioner.
Do we have a whiteboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A piece of paper. I'm rooming. Oh wait, I'm the questioner, and you're my best friend.
Okay. Sorry, Jax. Looks suck.
I'm rooming with your boyfriend, like Jake,
Okay.
and your ex. Who's your ex?
Let's
Sally.
Sally?
Christopher.
Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Oh, I know Nikolai.
Oh, is
And
that
not from Chapman. He's
Was
in high
not good
school.
Oh, I was going to make a joke. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't want to name them.
The fact that I make everything about Chapman. Oh God, I suck.
I also thought that Nikolai was a fake name.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God.
I thought
Only
we were
am I
doing
like,
a thing.
I'm perfect. I'm such a good person. I like can't stop. Guys, everyone hates me. It's fine. Okay, Jack.
Okay, so let's say I'm rooming with Jake and Nikolai,
Okay.
and I'm close with you and Jake.
But you don't. But you
And-
hate Nikolai.
Okay.
And Jake and me are also friends with Nikolai, but you and Nikolai are not friends.
I'm so lost. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so lost.
To me,
I think that makes
this
sense to
sounds.
me.
If I may.
Yes, Jack, please.
To me, this sounds like the kind of lease that's going to end in 3 months. To me, you're dating a girlfriend. Your girlfriend, you're going to live with your girlfriend's boyfriend, which already bold. Then you're going to live.
No, they're not dating. But okay, yeah.
You're not. What do you mean?
No. The person.
You're living with your friend's boyfriend,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
exactly.
bold.
Yes.
Then you're also living with your friend's
So
ex,
there's only
which is
3
even
people
bolder.
in
So
this.
you're living with
Okay,
the boyfriend and the
same
ex,
page.
and not your friend, which is already weird.
So
then
weird.
you're gonna be. Then it's weird that the boyfriend and the ex are friends, because that means that there's really no way that she didn't meet the boyfriend through the ex, which is already weird. And then you're gonna all hang out together. What, she's gonna come over and you gotta like put the ex that she doesn't like in the fucking corner? Like what?
The ex should just not be allowed in.
You
out of their
shouldn't live
room.
with anybody that's
Okay,
dating.
Well, Jack, the problem is they're already living together. So
Then move
now,
out.
what do they do?
you move out. That's my
I
advice.
think they should lock the ex in the room when when they're there, and then he can't come out.
Is this like a 3-bedroom?
So I think you set up a baby gate for the ex.
You're like a little dog that
Yeah,
can't
you
get
can't
out.
get over it. He's just like,
It's just like a code, like a little
God, what if
code
this
that
ex
only you
ends
know.
up, like listening to this podcast.
the ex is the only listening.
I know. Okay, here's the thing. I find it hard to believe that the ex of somebody can live with their current boyfriend and have it not be weird. I like to
sounds so
believe.
weird.
Listen, I love to believe that like everyone's great and like is good at like getting over shit, you know, and like. But here's the thing: as we all learn from this podcast, I am perfect. I am the hero, and I
Yes.
couldn't do that.
Yes,
so
yes,
if
yes,
I
yes.
can't, who can't?
no one.
No, to make it clear for those
I could do that.
listening, that is not true. I don't actually think that, but I don't think. I just find it hard to believe that in like a pressure cooker situation that is living in like the same space,
Yeah,
that like
gotta-
something won't come up.
Here's my
Maybe
advice.
they'll all orgy, and then
Yeah.
it'll solve all their problems.
Sex solves everything.
Or you
Yeah.
could be like me
Sex
and just
solves it.
never be honest about who you actually like.
There you go. There you
If
go.
you play all sides, you'll always come out on top.
and that was gonna be the next piece of advice. Just play all
more
sides.
like
Don't
that.
pick a
Everyone's your
side.
friend. Shit talk the go to the. It's like Big Brother. Go to the boyfriend. Be like, I like you. Then leave the room. Go to the ex and be like, the fucking boyfriend told me
The
this.
fucking boyfriend.
And
Well,
who's up for
but that's gonna
elimination?
blow up in your face.
No, not if you're good.
Not everyone's as good as you, Jack.
I know.
Well,
then-
I would be so good on Big Brother.
I think you would too.
I think I'd kill.
Yeah, I think you would actually kill. I think you would murder.
I think I'd kill people.
But
Jump
yeah,
in the pool.
I mean, I think that if you don't want to move out, if you aren't in a position to move out, like set up a baby gate for yourself. Honestly, I think
For
that
yourself.
for yourself,
You
I think,
don't leave.
Yeah, keep them out. And like, listen, maybe we're assuming the worst. Maybe these two
I think
people.
we're assuming the best.
maybe these two people are genuinely like so mature that they don't care at all. But like,
There's no way because he's asking the question, so clearly it's already a concern.
yeah, that's very fair.
It's a concern.
Yeah.
Good
so,
luck.
Yeah,
That's
I
our-
just think, listen, it's like
Cheers.
cliche, but like boundaries. Don't let
You-
yourself get dragged into anything.
You fucked up by living there. That's what I'll say.
Maybe in the future, don't do that.
Make better choices.
Hindsight 2020 is a bitch.
Be
but
like Jack.
What did you say?
play all sides.
I said
Yeah,
be like
play all
Jack.
sides. And then if they call you out on it, just say that you didn't want to get in the middle.
Yeah. I think if you just keep saying, I don't want to get in the middle, I don't want to get in the middle, if you say it enough times, they will stop asking.
They'll just put you on a side.
Yeah, they'll put you, they will set up baby gates for you, and then you can happily exist there.
Then it's going to be the boyfriend, the girlfriend, and the ex just living together without you.
Or fuck both of them and just cause more chaos.
Ooh,
If you
I
can't
like
beat
that
them,
one.
join them.
You should fuck the ex.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait. Okay. So new idea. Maybe don't cheat on your best friend's current boyfriend, but fuck the ex.
Fuck
the
And
ex.
just make it interesting.
And then like what you do is you go into their room late at night and say, you really want to stick it to our roommate?
yeah.
You want to
And
get
then you
back
stick
at
it
Absolutely.
them.
Absolutely. And you set the mood beforehand too. I'm talking oysters. I'm talking strawberries. I'm talking
Oysters.
aphrodisiacs. Oysters is a big aphrodisiac.
Oysters are not horny.
I feel like
Oysters
that would
are
make
very
you
that they're a
fart.
well-known aphrodisiac.
You can say that all you want.
You're saying a
but
big word.
Aphrodisiac.
Yes.
Do you not know
Let me say it slower and
Yes.
lower.
Do
you
Aphrodisiac.
ASMR?
Huh?
Do you do a little ASMR with it? Jesus Christ.
Spit.
What the fucking goblin voice was that? That was like the fucking orcs coming out of the mud.
I'm actually known for my voice talents on stage.
And I'm listening
Can
to
you do,
it.
a,
and it
can you do
sounds
like a
very
quick
good.
round off of some characters you have of like different like voices? Like,
Oh my God. In aphrodisiac.
yeah.
Aphrodisiac. That was terrible. Oh my God. Wait, I don't want to do this. This is like, I always hate it when you're put on the spot and like,
To be talented.
it's just, okay, I'll do animal.
Aphrodisiac. Grub. Can you do Kermit that we've been waiting up for since the beginning of the episode?
Oh my God. Aphrodisiac may be a hard one.
Aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac.
Good.
Pretty good.
Can you teach me how to do it now?
It's,
It's way in the back of the voice.
it's very like, so like,
Afro.
nasally.
so you know, like, can you like kind of like do like a glottal, you kind of just like basically close the back of your throat, like, and then still try to like push sound out.
Afro.
So like that's the first step. And then you also kind of like want to like put it in your nasal cavity. So like,
Aphrodisiac.
It's an aphrodisiac.
It's aphrodisiac.
and then you want to like
Aphrodisiac.
make all of your vowels very open. So like
I can do a good
Aphrodisiac.
Elmo.
Elmo.
I can do a good Elmo.
Do aphrodisiac and Elmo.
Aphrodisiac.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Elmo want aphrodisiac.
That's pretty good.
Damn it. You guys are so good.
Elmo want nice aphrodisiac.
Elmo, what?
It's not even a little bit.
Yeah, I'll retry Snow White. Grumpy. Oh, can I please get you an aphrodisiac?
I like how we're just waka waka. Aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac.
I can only do the Yenta voice.
The Yenta voice is great,
You can't
though.
do any like
I can
impressions.
do my mother, and that's it.
That's the same as the Yenta voice.
Is it exactly? Oh, obviously. No, I'm gonna work on my impressions because I would like to be I would like to be better
Yeah,
at it.
hone that skill in.
But you know what? Seth Meyers isn't good at impressions, and look how far he got.
You are Seth Meyers.
I am Seth Meyers. Seth Meyers.
Wait, I want to do an impression of both of you guys saying aphrodisiac in your sets. I'm going to start with Jack.
What do you mean in my set?
like in your stage persona.
Okay.
Okay. Aphrodisiac. Ah! And then for Raye would
What do
be
you think I am?
perfect.
come on, aphrodisiac. Ah. And then Raye would be like
Jack, stop. Let her do me.
and then I think Raye, let me think actually. It'd be aphrodisiac. That's you.
Okay.
That's you. That's spot on.
Yeah. Jack.
And I'm just like aphrodisiac.
Or it would be aphrodisiac. Come on.
That's so
What do you
good.
think of me?
No, Jack, she's spot on.
All right.
Because I feel like I don't have like a strong enough persona on stage.
I'm still figuring mine out.
Yeah.
That's like I think the biggest thing I've been trying to like work on as of late is like because I think I've gotten like well I don't want to say good. I feel like I'm like less terrible at joke structure now, but like
You figure out
Way
what works
less
for you.
terrible.
yeah, exactly. But I'm still trying to like figure out because I feel like I have like different like sides of me that I can lean into, and so I'm still trying to figure out like what the sweet spot is.
Yeah, I
you know?
gotcha.
Should we try to come up with personas for each other?
Oh my god, that's hard, but I love it. Let's try.
Yeah. Like
Jack, I feel like you already have a pretty strong
totally,
persona
no,
that
Jack
you're really
has
good
one.
at.
Oh yeah, when I said each other, I meant me and you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Because Jack has
I just be
one.
excluded from the bit.
Well, Jack, you can help come up with ones for us.
I think Maddie, you should become like a one of those comics that like only wears jumpsuits.
Only
and
wears
like,
jumpsuits.
and like is like big millennial.
Big millennial?
You know,
Like says adulting and shit? I don't know what to think
I think
of
if you went
that.
on stage and you did, and you were like, you know, men, they're so crazy.
What?
You know, like one of those comics is like,
I don't know.
Don't listen
I
to them.
don't know what you're saying
just
at
like,
all. For those of you listening, Jack is just ferociously shaking their hand and going,
what's like-
and then saying that should be my
you
persona.
know, on stage,
Economy.
you know, on stage, like what's like a joke? Like what's like a joke you want? I should do like a joke of yours.
You're asking me to give you a good joke?
Give me like a.
I'm not giving you my material.
One of your staples that you do,
Well, the Barbie hand job.
but like a verbal one.
I don't
You
know.
gotta act that one out. Well, it's like a
Kermit.
verbal joke you do. That's like it's like a good. If you be like,
Well, since everyone's heard it, like the Pete Davidson one.
oh
like,
yeah, you can do like I don't know, what's the joke again? Can you do the joke?
Like being bisexual is confusing.
Oh, because you don't know if you want to be
if you want to be somebody or fuck somebody.
Yeah, and then you could do that. You could be someone or fuck someone and just go.
For those listening, Jack is once again shaking their hand and going, "Ah!"
That's like your little catchphrase.
I think you'd go main stage comedy store if you did that.
All right, this has been a really helpful brainstorming
Or
session.
next time you do your Barbie Ken, just at the end, just go.
That's just doing you, Jack. They just want you to become them.
I don't do that.
Come on, hey. Really? Also, I think Roxy's off camera now, but she's now looking at all of us like, "What the actual fuck?"
She's laughing in her head.
Yeah, she
thinks
is.
we're
And then
so
Raye,
funny.
you could do like a at the end of every joke, just go like.
My God. For the listeners, Jack just put hands on their hips and then made a little kind of like pressed lip face.
like what's like a punchline of yours that you have?
Hold your.
What's like a
thing.
punchline of yours that you have?
I wish I was Timothy Chalamet.
I wish I was Timothy Chalamet. I think I just gave you guys award-winning personas.
Are these the kind of notes you give Pauly Shore? We see Pauly Shore get on stage and he goes, "Ah!" And then he goes,
I've reinvigorated this
Jack's
act.
a writing assistant.
Don't say it.
No, we're not
I don't know what I'm
saying it.
allowed to say.
Oh, but she already said it.
"Oh, apologies."
well, I'm sure I could say the name, but I just don't know if I could say what I do.
Okay.
I don't know. NDA. I didn't read the NDA.
Oh, wait, does anybody
They
have
never
any?
do. No one reads the NDA.
I want real advice for my persona.
I think that was great advice.
I was thinking I could be like more. Either I could just turn into this like super pretentious assholey person, or I could be like a really insecure, awkward person. So I have both in me.
I feel like
Or both.
I feel like you're really good. I don't even know if like this is what you want to do like all the time, but I feel like you're really good at kind of like bringing everybody onto your side, kind of being
Yeah, totally.
like not like
Totally.
because like
Shut up! I'm getting advice.
So like do a joke.
was Timothy
So do it-
Chalamet.
there you go. But you do both hands on your side, just like, you're just like.
That's a different sound.
You do the. I think I've saved your careers.
class dismissed. But no, I think you're like I don't think paternal or maternal is the right word, but I think you're really good at almost kind of like you kind of like treat the crowd like your little babies in a very good
Yeah.
way, and you're kind of like no, it's okay, babies, it's okay to be like this. So I think you can kind of like lean into that a little bit, almost kind of like hot gay, like mama kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Not like mama, but more just like
Baby
all right,
voice
like
the entire
you know, like I am like look to me, I know what to do. Let me almost
I'm
like
the guide.
honestly kind of like almost like the Yenta persona. Like I think you can like use that for stage. I think that'd be really good. And I think you already do use it, but like I love seeing you. I mean, everything you do is amazing, but I love it when you do that. Yeah.
Okay. That was so nice, and I think helpful.
Yeah, that and also the
I'm telling you, it's gonna kill. Do it once for me, just for me. Just like I want to see it.
I'm sure it
when's the
would
next show
kill
you're
because
doing?
everyone would be like, "What the
No,
fuck?"
you would like kill. The joke would do great. People would be like hystericals, and you just go, just.
and then Jack would be in the back like, I fucking knew it.
I made a fucking star tonight. And then you just start.
Like Jack like pulls out a cigar like, that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Yeah, no, what did I tell you, kid? What did I tell you?
What did I tell you?
You're like the manager in
I'm
Mrs.
like in a
Maisel.
full suit. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
is that it?
Oh wait, no, but I want to. We have to tell Maddie what we think that her persona could be.
Oh shit, we're in.
I know we're so.
I have so much to say.
You're too goddamn entertaining.
I'm having so
Tell
much
me something
fun.
I
I
don't
said
know.
we should do 40 minutes and then split this
Just
in
2 hours.
Oh my god!
One
the fact
part
that
two.
People are gonna hate me enough for being like, I'm the hero. I'm a good person. And if I split my
Maddie,
podcast in 2
people
parts,
love you.
Oh my
Shut
god!
up.
No, they. Oh my! I have a lot of people that would say otherwise.
I find that very
Do
hard
you?
to believe.
Like
I mean, I
who?
guess not really.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a lot of people that don't hate you.
Well, that's nice to hear.
I know
just,
a lot of people that hate you.
I think sometimes I think that people hate me because in high school I was really annoying, and so I think that like
Yeah, but like that's part of the deal.
I suppose.
How are you? Like a theater kid annoying or like a mean
Oh, I was
girl
very
annoying?
much theater kid annoying. Actual thing that happened to me, I was once walking down the hallway and this guy that I had a crush on was in his locker talking to his friend and he didn't see me walk by because I was always invisible in high school. Anyone else? Can they relate?
Really? I
Just
feel like
kidding.
you
I
were
was
like
not
the mean
invisible.
girl
I literally
energy.
carried my guitar into the library and would play it. I was
Nice.
insufferable. But this guy in the locker literally goes, you know, Maddie Ogden, she would be hot if she wasn't so goddamn annoying. He actually said
And look at you now.
I was just so funny because I think that's just like honestly that just like summed me up in high school where it's like I really if I wanted to like well this is gonna make me sound even more insufferable but I feel like if I had like more self-awareness and didn't have a chip on my shoulder like I could have been on like prom committee or whatever but
could have
like
been the cool girl.
I just had such like Breakfast Club syndrome where I was like oh I'm one of the outsiders even though I was a fucking like I was like a preppy piece of shit you know anyway could have had it all but here we are. Just doing. Here I am. Doesn't anyone relate to this? You could have been popular, but then you weren't.
And then Ray pops up. He just comes up. I think
our new shtick.
I've done something great here. I don't know.
Really great work. No, but what actually is my persona? Because I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
I feel like, well, I feel like you can also lean into the camp counselor energy, like the theater kid energy, if you wanted to. But maybe that's not what you want anymore. Maybe
I don't
that's
know
like
what
your
I
old
want.
I
version
think
of
you
yourself.
figure it out on stage. You know, I think
know,
you do
but
enough jokes of the same kind that
That's
you
what
go,
people say.
oh yeah, this is probably what I should lean in. Like I know what my like kind of thing is. I'm like, it's very like, hey, can you believe this fucking thing? You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of the humor I kind of do is like, look at this crazy thing that's happened and let's laugh at it together. I'm not really punching up or punching down. I'm just like, this is a weird thing that I'm going to make fun of.
Yeah, well, I think it's also hard to like box yourself into persona without like discovering it yourself. You know?
No,
Just
you
write
know,
a bunch
of
of
course
jokes
you
of
have to
different
discover.
kinds, and then the ones that you feel work the best, that you feel the most comfortable
But
in.
it's also not even about the writing of the joke. It's just about like the delivery and the attitude, even more than the writing of it.
That is
I
true.
think. Like Jack, your persona is not really your writing. It's,
Yeah, I couldn't
it's-
tell your jokes and like get the same laughs that you do.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
My jokes are great.
It's
Anybody could tell
it's,
that.
It's because you have this like strong.
My persona, and this is something because I was bullied so young, and is that
I wish I was
I'm
bullied.
really funny when I'm in peril, and so more often than not, my stories will be like about me being in peril or something impeding me or like annoying me, and then I get over the top about it. You know.
Roxy's really empathizing.
No, Billy Roxy.
Yeah, we can end, but I want to think more on this for Maddie because I think like Maddie, once you figure out your persona, you're just gonna like blow up.
Dude,
my
I'm
God.
telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Shut the fuck up.
I really do think so, and I
God.
want to take
Y'all are
some
too
credit
kind.
for when you do.
When I get on stage and go, you know,
I would be in
Jack's
the back
taking
just going
credit.
like, son of a bitch, I did it. This kid's going
This
places.
podcast.
Your manager's gonna call you and be like, where did you come up with this?
And then we get a cut.
Acts changed. You're on Netflix is a joke. You're
Oh my God. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I feel the same way about both of you. I think you're fucking hilarious, and can't wait for us to take over the comedy scene while being so nice to each
So
other.
nice. Except
as far
Jack.
as you know.
Come on
Yeah.
now. Except Jack. Well, Jack will be nice, but you just don't know if they mean it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Wow.
what Oh, great episode.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Maddie. Oh,
Goodbye.
Maddie, where can we find you online? For
Oh.
everyone, if anyone has listened this far,
Nobody.
Is this our longest episode?
probably. But maybe I'm sure we'll cut it down in the
None of
edit. None of it.
At Maddie _Ogden _ Maddie spelled Maddie, Ogden spelled Ogden. Don't forget those double underscores. That's also my TikTok, but I don't really post on TikTok much. You know what? Feel free to send me a DM and say you whore. Post more on TikTok. I would really
Or-
appreciate
Everybody
that.
send Maddie a DM that says,
Send Maddie a video just going.
And
Yeah,
again, for
no.
the listeners who aren't watching the video, it is a ferocious handshake into the air.
what Jack is doing.
Specifically,
I like-
the right.
I like-
Thank you for narrating
Yes.
the actions. We really needed
Thank you.
that.
Yes.
You're a better podcast host than
I
either of us
listen to
are.
my fair share in my profession.
That's a good point. Yeah, this is your job. I do want people to DM you saying you whore follow.
Please.
Do post on TikTok. And
Even
then you
just
tell me
whore
how
is great.
Just
Sometimes
whore.
I
Just
forget.
DM
You know,
Maddie
sometimes I
whore.
forget I'm a sexual being. I like to be reminded.
Yeah. Also, I'll
thank
take
you.
I'll take a whore in my DMs.
Well, I'll take a. Sorry, I don't speak for Jack, but
I don't know.
no
No
whore for Jack. But Ray and I will take a whore.
We'll take
I'll
it.
take a nice, positive compliment.
Boo.
I wish there was a boo sound. Okay, I'm at Raye on the way. Jack.
Oh, I'm Jack _Brenner _.
Cool.
But
Double underscore.
you probably already follow me.
Probably.
Totally.
Not true at all.
If
All right.
you
They just want to know so they can unfollow now.
thanks for listening, and I hope you didn't listen
Okay.
this far.
Goodbye.
Bye.